to death. Oh, excuse me, Tristan. That is a flowering leopard orchid, and it's very rare actually to see leopard orchids in flower. So for those of you who are interested in flowers and growth out here in these places, get yourself a screenshot of this particular plant, as it's not common to see them like that. This one is big enough to be multiple decades old. They don't get much bigger than that, maybe another third to a quarter, and they live for about 35-40 years, or until the tree that they're on actually decides to rot away to nothing. So it's actually very nice to see this particular orchid. It is a leopard orchid, named because apparently the flowers have spots on, but to be honest with you, I'm going to go and verify that, because I've never seen a leopard orchid with spots on, and this one is definitely not disappointing. At least my theory, that the leopard orchid in this particular area are ones that don't have any spots on them. So while I haven't found any alternative names for these particular ones, they're all the same species and genus, it does seem like the ones that occur in this part of the Sabi Sands, at least anyway, don't have any spots on them. Now, Nancy, I hear you've been waiting to see this flower, and so Nancy, this orchid I dedicate to you on this fine day. This is Nancy's orchid, and a subspecies of the leopard orchids in this particular area, and so well done on that one. Now, for those of you who don't know much about these particular orchids, the orchid itself doesn't really get any sustenance from the tree. It's not a parasite, in other words. What it does is it grows on the tree and it forms itself a basket. And the basket is that fluffy bit that's underneath the leaves there, and that basket then catches dust and detritus, and it accumulates stuff, which will then rot inside that basket, and then the plant gets its sustenance from that and will grow therefore on dead wood completely. And Dizzy, you'd like to know if the orchids grow on trees, only on trees, or if they grow on the ground. These particular orchids, Dizzy, they just grow on the trees. We see them in trees around about this height in this particular area, and growing sometimes close to a fork in a tree. I think it's where the seed can sort of gain purchase. As the tree changes from vertical to horizontal, it'll reach an angle where the seed will stick, and then at that particular point the rest of the orchid will grow, or it will grow, and then grows into this fantastic specimen. But I'm glad we actually walked here, because apart from this beautiful orchid, I actually wanted to come and visit one of my favorite old men of the forest over here.